it's Veena V and welcome to my YouTube show. You've just seen what I look like with loads of makeup on. I look much better than this. We're going to teach you today how to recreate that look. Last week you saw my behind the scenes of my photo shoot, and today we have got on the show again. Yay! It's Ashley. She is an amazing makeup artist and she is going to show you exactly how to recreate that. What would you call it, like a Kim Kardashian-ish?
Yeah, kind of like
look?
a Kimmy K, really kind of flawless face.
You wanna learn how to get into the media industry? Then trust me, with Veena V is where you need to be. Every Wednesday on YouTube at 8 p.m. You can dream it and believe it. With Veena V, you can achieve it.
So first things first, for any look, you need to cleanse the skin and prep the skin beforehand. If you're in a rush, just cleanse with a quick makeup wipe, or you know, if you've got time, the wonderful Johnson's baby wipes. Or if you want to do it properly, you can use your usual cleanser, toner, moisturiser. So we've already cleansed.
Oh yeah, Ashley just told me to tie my hair up, so that's why I've got my hair tied up now.
Okay, so when we moisturise on shoots, I personally mix in a little bit of this strobe cream, which is amazing because it really reflects the light off the cameras and provides kind of a really glossy finish. So I'm just putting this all over the face and just make sure it's all rubbed in, because you don't want to have any any kind of like moisturising white spots.
So this is basically a moisturiser.
Yeah, it is moisturiser. I've just mixed a little bit of strobe cream in with it, just because obviously we're doing a shoot, we're going to have lights, and it creates that really nice glossy finish. So next I'm just going to colour correct the darker areas so that we have a really nice even skin tone to build the foundation on top of. For your skin, I'm going to use kind of like an orangey tone. Which you don't use a lot of, otherwise you're going to end up looking like an
orange.
Or an orange, yeah. So just use a tiny bit, and you can just Google what colour would be best for your skin in colour correctors. So it probably doesn't look like this is doing a lot, but it really does help, especially once for the photo shoot, once you've got the lights on. I just put it on my hand and then I work it through, just so that I'm not kind of grabbing that big lump and putting it on. So you just kind of like work it through so you've got a really thin layer, and then just a tiny bit up here. Under the eyes, once we've done the foundation, we will conceal it and we'll mix a little bit of this in, so that it kind of gets rid of the darkness under the eyes as well, which everybody has. So next we're going to match the foundation. So I always start out with a thinner layer and just build up the coverage, because there's nothing worse than kind of going on too thick. I always start off with the forehead and work my way down. Always make sure that you blend in as you go. A lot of foundations are silicone based, so if you don't apply, if I applied some there, some there, some there, some there, it dries out before you've managed to blend it, and then you end up with kind of clumps, and it's not very.
So just work one area at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so obviously I've just done that bit, so I'm going to do the same to the other side. So I always lift and support the eye when I put foundation over the eyes, just so that you get into all of the cracks and it's nice and even. So I'm just building up the coverage now. Next I'm going to use concealer. I have mixed a little bit of the colour corrector that we used before in with the concealer, just to conceal under the eyes and get rid of any dark patches that we don't want to be there. Again, always make sure you're blending as you go along. Also, depending on what look you're going to do, I sometimes coat the eyelids with concealer, just to help the products on the eye stick more.
Look what Ashley's got. I've never seen this ever.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, it's just a palette. I mean, you can use your hand.
Yeah, I think it's so cool. So I just wanted to show it.
It just kind of keeps, especially when you're wearing white, it keeps the product off of your top. Next, we're gonna set all the makeup with some loose powder. So you can use MAC, do some really good loose powders. Don't worry about putting too much on, just blends right in. I always set the eyes last. Okay, now all of the makeup's set now, so we can move on to the eyes. Okay, so what I've done here is this is a protective eye guard. So once we've applied the eyeshadow, we can sweep it away, and then anything that drops underneath, you can just sweep away and it's not going to mark the skin because we've already prepped and powdered, so we don't want to be wiping things away at the end. Some people use tissue, or they actually have kind of like sticky eye guards, but I don't really like to use those because once you've done the makeup, it just pulls it all off again. So now I'm going to use my blending brush just to blend the top line of the eyeshadow, just so that it keeps it nice and soft and subtle. Now we're just going to sweep away the excess powder. So just look up for me and just look straight ahead. So as you can see, it's not made any difference to the skin at all. It's not made it lighter, and it's protected the eye. So just look up. Next, I'm going to do some eyeliner. This is just MAC Black Track Gel Eyeliner.
When I put eyeliner on, in a few hours time, it like randomly has gone here and like there. Is that because I'm using a cheap brand of eyeliner, or is it just I'm putting it on wrong?
No, different brands are better than others. It's like mascaras, some of them stick and some of them end up under your eyes after the first hour. Sometimes it can also be because if you've, so I set the skin with powder. If you haven't set the skin and you leave the foundation quite wet and there's quite a lot on, the products are gonna kind of merge. Yeah. So it's always important to set the skin first. So always start on the outer side of your eye and work your way into the middle, because the outer edge is going to have the most product on it. And if you start nearer the corner of the eye, you're going to end up with kind of a big black blob. If you make a mistake, just kind of wipe it away with a cotton bud. So now I'm just going to use a black eyeshadow to go underneath the eye.
I'm learning loads of stuff from Ashley today.
Next, on the eyes, I'm just going to curl the eyelashes because we're going to put fake lashes on. And sometimes the natural lashes aren't quite as curled as the fake ones.
Now, using these things, do they actually work? Because I used them once and it didn't seem to make a difference.
Yeah, I usually just hold it on for 10 seconds. You can get different ones are better than others, so I wouldn't go for the cheapest pair. But this is just
that's not probably mine were.
These are from Model's Own, so they're not like really expensive. I got them in Boots. I'm just going to measure the eye. So I'm literally just going to cut some eyelashes off of the end. Just apply the glue along the lash line. I always use a cotton bud, just not the very end, just the plastic end, and just apply it along the rim, and then just wait a couple of minutes, well, seconds.
If you do it wrong, is it quite easy to take it off?
Yeah, just whip it off, stick it back on, it's fine. So just stick it on, and then with the kind of back end of your tweezers, just push it down so that it really sits on the lash line. Don't worry if the glue is white, it dries clear. Just show me a second. Yeah, they look pretty. Next, I'm just going to go along the bottom lashes with just a little bit of mascara.
Again, with brands and mascara, does it make a massive difference?
So I think yes. I mean, I have always used Max Factor. I mean, they're not expensive, and
yeah, it's about £5, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah, £5 or £6. It's not a lot, but they just don't transfer under the eye throughout the day. And other ones that I've used, I've just found that they transfer under the eye.
So Ashley's doing a technique now which I've never seen in my life. I don't know what she's doing.
So you guys don't have to do this, but to kind of keep my kit hygienic, I don't want to be going on different people's eyes and then dipping it back in the pot. Okay. So I just use disposable ones.
Hello. So we have now switched to the iPhone because this is a tip for all you filmers out there, like always bring a spare battery. I always bring a spare battery, but I don't know what happened today because I had all my, can you see all my stuff here? I got all that stuff. Hello. This is our lighting and photographer today. So Ashley's done all the eyeliner now. She contoured my face by going like this. And then she put the powder on there. And now she's just doing the lips off as well. Oh, and she filled in my eyebrows. And you did that by, you just got the...
By literally just filling it in with an eyebrow pencil. You can use any brand. I use Sleek because they're quite cheap and they're really good quality. So they're the best ones to use. So now, now I'm just gonna add a little bit of blusher to the cheeks to give a bit of colour.
I love our photographer Simi's actually doing proper lighting now with a lamp. I need to show you this, look. It makes such a difference as well when you fill in the eyebrows.
So now we're going to do the lips. I'm using a nude lip pencil. It's called Boldly Bare from MAC. So we're just going to line the lips. Now we're just going to fill in the lips with some nude gloss.